Repeat after me. I'm going into Target to buy one salad kit and then leave.
I'm going into Target to buy one salad kit and then I'm leaving.
Perfect.
Looks like it's about 3.1 billion. It went up a little bit, or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
I just don't have the energy for this. I am unsubscribing from this drama.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Alex and today we're going to be talking about overspending wives. The real boss of the budget. You check the bank account and wonder if Amazon adopt your wife or not, something like this, you know. Every delivery driver knows her by first name and probably her coffee order. She calls it retail therapy, but your wallet calls it a breakdown. Somehow there is always nothing to wear in the closet that's full. Your credit card bill looks like a shopping mall directory. She says it was on sale, like that make it free. You start hiding money like she is IRS. At this point, the budget isn't broken, it's in witness protection. If it sounds familiar, guys, for you, let's dive into the videos and watch, guys.
My name is Kelly. I'm a 37-year-old stay-at-home mom, and according to my husband, I am a compulsive shopper. If the amount that I'm spending every month is true and accurate, I would have to agree with him. He makes it seem like I am dripping in diamonds, Gucci head to toe, which is not true. But from my perspective, I feel like I'm buying and spending on the things that we have collectively decided on, like that's the kind of lifestyle that we want to provide for our children. I just am wondering where the disconnect is. I feel like as a stay-at-home mom, I hope I'm not alone in this, that like sometimes that can be an area of contention between partners, and it's not between my husband and I, but it is something that like there seems to be a disconnect. Like, why does he think I'm like overspending and why do I feel like I'm not? So I'm going to do a little experiment to see if we can find where the issue lies. I'm going to start detailing how much I spend, not every day, but sort of picking and choosing some days and kind of getting like an average. And maybe I'll also do some like anecdotal buying stories of just sort of like what it feels like from my perspective. I hope that this can even maybe be helpful for some like husbands or for some spouses who feel like their partner is spending too much, because I don't know, like I'm curious like how to get to the bottom of this. So for example, we have 3 children, 5, 4, and 3. They're all going to be in some fall activities when the school year starts, and those activities require equipment. So for example, like shin guards, soccer cleats, soccer ball. Could the kids do them without? Maybe. I know that my husband wants them to have all of the appropriate gear for them to not feel left out and for them to be safe while they're playing a sport. So I got them things off of Amazon. So I would say like on average cleats would be about $30, $35 from Amazon, like not a nice brand. Again, I'm not buying my son the like, I don't even know what, like Cristiano Ronaldo limited edition cleats of the season. He's 5, he needs something safe. Aside from that, I'm getting them on Amazon, they're being delivered to the door. I got him shin guards, socks, just that kind of stuff. And so I'm doing that for my daughter. My other daughters are they're doing gymnastics. They're also going to be doing like dance. I'm going to get my daughter Eleanor in an art class. My son's now going to be doing karate, which is going to come with, again, a monthly fee. I assume I'm going to have to buy him a uniform. But yeah, like, I don't think that's too egregious. So far today, I have made a couple of purchases. I got myself a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts this morning. It's what I always do. I think it was around $3. I'll insert the actual prices somewhere on the screen. We also went to Target to pick up a Target order. They were supplies for his birthday party that is tomorrow. I got a few little decorations and some balloons for his room. So when he comes out of his room tomorrow, there'll be like some cute little things out for him. I also picked up a lot of snacks for the party. Also did a little bit of shopping at BJ's. Again, picking up things for the party tomorrow. I was getting like bags of like pirate's booty and some like chips and things like that. I also picked up his cake and cupcakes from BJ's. So not some like over the top artisan cake. I got him a cake from BJ's because that was what he chose. And then I also got him a small ice cream cake that he can have the morning of his birthday. We always do cake for breakfast for our birthdays, and that was what he chose. So again, not going over the top, but all of these things are going to add up. So maybe I'm going to be shocked and surprised by like the end of the month that we're going to be at like, I don't even know. I don't even want to say the number of what he claims that I spend every month. But yeah, this is going to be a fun little experiment.
Yeah, definitely, guys. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments below. I think, it will be really great if we can listen to her husband too, Probably she don't say everything, but I don't know, I will be very happy to read all your comments about that, and please like, share, subscribe, guys. It's really important for me. It's make my channel grow. So I'm trying to grow the channel. Okay, so let's dive in the next video and watch, guys.
If your wife's a big spender, listen up. This is 3 ways to control her credit card spending. Number 1, lower the spending limit on her card. That way you control how much money is spent on a monthly basis. When the credit card bill comes in, you can both sit down and figure out a budget. Number 2, just pay the minimum and keep the credit card maxed out. Your credit cards are maxed out. What you want to do is you want to pay off the credit card. Do not pay off that credit card, because when you get divorced, the maximum on the credit card or the amount on the credit card gets divided equally in 2. So if you prepay it, it's gone. If you leave the credit cards maxed out, then both parties have to pay 1/2 of each credit card. Number 3, remove her as a signatory on all but one card. You're going to remove her so she cannot spend on 7 different cards. That is another way that less money is spent.
Yeah, what do you think about that, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Trying to put a lot of different stories on the show, So let me know what do you think about such format too. Okay, guys, let's dive in the next video and watch, guys.
If your wife spends too much money, you're a bitch. The second you get married, finances are a team issue. And if you let your wife spend your money outside of those boundaries, you are declaring to her that there are no boundaries. And if there are no boundaries, you're a bitch.
A lot of times men are taking the lead of the woman, which in my opinion is it's the man that comes in. The man has to lead the way in terms of whether you're being frugal with your money, you budget your money, you got to do something. You need to focus on your money together as a team.
My wife had no clue what my days were looking like. Because she didn't have to earn the money, it was very easy for her to spend it. So one day I just took her on a ride along with me. Hey, you're going to come with me to the start of my day, to the finish of the day. You don't have to work, you don't do anything, but I want you to see what this day looks like. And by 8 o'clock, she was just like, we've been in the car for 12 hours. You do this every day? I said, yeah. And that was like her moment of like, oh, this is the cost of the money. But so many guys are afraid to set boundaries because they think if they do, she's going to leave.
Okay, what do you think about that, guys? Let me know in the comments below. And let's dive into the next video and watch.
I think it is so weird when someone is a stay-at-home wife and other people are like, you should never rely on your man for income. I always hear, what if he divorces you? Not that anyone goes into marriage hoping to divorce, but when you do get divorced, you do have settlements. Y'all do know that, right? I don't think a woman should have to go to work just because she's like, what if my husband divorces me? It's one thing if you want to work. That's great. I love working. But women shouldn't have to go work out of fear. I just think it's really weird. And don't be offended if you guys are one of these couples. This is just my opinion. I think it's really weird when people have 2 separate bank accounts, like not in the same bank account, and they're like, well, my money is my money. Like, no, my money is your money is my money, it's our money. You're gonna sleep in the same bed together, buy the same house together, raise the same kids together, can share the same bank account together. That's just my hot take.
Okay, what do you think about that, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Teamwork. It's also a good idea, to have one bank account. What do you think? What do you think about that? Okay, let's jump to the next video and watch.
Can anybody else relate to this? Where one day you're like, I should really save my money and get my shit together because the world is ending. And then the next day you're like, I'm going to buy whatever I want and be happy because the world is ending.
I'm trying to bring a lot of videos fun and not very fun. So let's check another one,
So I get an allowance as a stay-at-home mom, and let's talk about it. Now, this is something that my husband and I both decided to do because I was struggling with the fact that I felt like I didn't have my own money and I felt guilty spending his money regardless of what it was on. And I also didn't want to feel like I needed to ask for money. That just felt very like dad to me. And I just felt uncomfortable doing that. So we agreed as a way for me to feel a little more comfortable and independent and kind of have something to call my own, basically, that I would get sent money every week and that money would be mine to do whatever I wanted to do with it, whether it was saving it, spending it, whatever. Now, obviously we're married, so we both agree, like, it's not just his money, it's our money, it's our family's money, right? But his money, that money he makes, takes care of everything. The bills, mortgage, health insurance, emergencies, everything, groceries, all, like everything, because I don't make any money as a stay-at-home mom. And like I said earlier, I hated feeling like I needed to ask him for money to do things. Or if I wanted to buy something for myself, I would feel really guilty. So we agreed every week, like I said, he would send me an agreed upon amount of money for me to do whatever I wanted to do with. Mostly like fun money, basically. If I wanted to buy a new book, or if I wanted to get an outfit or my hair done, or things like that. It's my money to do what I want to do with. Obviously, you cannot place a value on a stay-at-home mom. It's invaluable, right? It's just a specific amount of money that's into our budget. After bills are paid, it's an amount he feels comfortable giving to me to do whatever I want to do with it. I honestly feel like that has been working really well, and it kind of gives me not so much a sense of purpose, but it does kind of feel like a reward for all the work I do at home, even if it's not that much money. It's still nice, right? And it shows a level of appreciation. I don't know, I just thought I'd share that in case anybody was curious. I know marriage and finances is a huge hot topic for a lot of people and a lot of couples, and I know I've always been curious about how other relationships work. This is just kind of something we've been doing recently. I'm curious if anybody does anything similar or what your thoughts are. What do you guys do if you're a stay-at-home mom and you don't make any money? You just spend the money your husband makes without a care? Or, do you do something similar? I'm very curious. Let me know.
Okay, guys, let me know in the comments below what do you think about that homestay moms. Please comment if we have some here. But I will be very happy to read all the comments. I try to read all the comments, and like, share, subscribe, please. It's really important to grow my channel, guys. Okay, let's jump into the next video and watch, guys.
I've made a video before on money and how that can be a problem in relationships. And the advice I gave was you need to sit down calmly, no criticizing, no attacking. But what if the behavior keeps on going? Well, at some point, we got to put the hammer down. We've got to be able to say, yo, you're sinking us. You want to sink yourself? I guess I can't stop that. But you're in a partnership with me. You're sinking us. And that's not fair. That's not fair to ruin my credit because you don't have self-control in this area. I love you. I want to be with you. I've asked multiple times for us to sit and talk about money, to come up with a budget, to make a plan. And you're on your own page when it comes to this. And you know what? It's not fair. And I've had enough. So if you really want to work out on this together, great. Love to do that. But I will not go down with the ship. And you know what? You're entitled to say that. Your financial hygiene, as we call it, is important. It can dictate your future. You won't get loans. You won't get certain things you need if your credit isn't good. So you know what? You're not going down with the ship. And if a partner really loves you, they wouldn't want that for you in the first place.
Yeah, I tried to add a lot of different thoughts. What do you think about that, guys? Do you agree or not? Let me know in the comments below, guys. And let's dive to the next video, guys, and watch.
What an absolutely stupid statement. And it's not just you, it's everybody in the comment section of that video, because she used the term allowance. What do you call it when you have a set allocated amount of money that you're allowed to spend? Is it a budget? Is it an allowance? Is it there's a whole lot of terms that are interchangeable there. And she said loosely. I loosely call it an allowance. If we have $10,000 a month coming in and $9,000 a month going out, and we had $1,000 left over and she went and spent it all, and I had no idea that it was happening, we would balance all of our fucking accounts. What happens if somebody needs gas or needs to get food, right? This idea that she's somehow being abused or mistreated because she has a quote-unquote loosely termed allowance to go spend $400 or $500 on whatever the fuck she wants to go spend it on is asinine. All of you balance your fucking money. Nobody's got it like they don't check their bank accounts to see what's going on. I handle all of our finances, 100%. I handle fucking everything, so she doesn't have to worry about that facet of our life. She has access to everything. She knows everything that needs to be known. And in the event that I was to die tomorrow, there's a fucking book that has every login for everything and how much has to be paid and what she should not pay in the event of my demise. She's not being treated like a fucking child. That is you guys are projecting. All of you that are in the comment section that are being ugly, you're projecting your own insecurities and your own bullshit because you don't like the term allowance. It's an allocation of money that allows her to do the things that she wants to do because we know how much we have budgeted every single month. Furthermore, we have a thriving, successful, happy marriage. We're both fucking extremely satisfied with the way that our life is going. And in the event that she wasn't happy with the way her life was going and she wanted to change things, we would fucking change things because we're adults and we have conversations and we communicate our needs effectively between each other to make sure that we are thriving. If half of you on the internet had a relationship like ours, our comment section would be null and void and we would not have a podcast talking about relationships. The reality is most of you have never had a successful, good relationship and you don't know what it looks like. Lastly, and I'm sure that a lot of you haven't made it this far because of my tone and my F-bombs, and I'm a little worked up, yes, because I just read the comment section of that video, and I'm not going to lie, you guys got to me a little bit, so congratulations on that, you won this round. However, I also have an allowance, and I also talk to my woman when it comes to the things that I want to buy, because what if she has some bills that are coming out, or her credit card needs to be paid, or whatever she wants to do needs to be had, and I want to buy something and I just go buy it. It removes the opportunity for us to serve each other or to find common ground to get the things that we need. We host couples retreats on a regular basis, and she's just like, hey, I need X amount of money for this couples retreat because I want to buy things to give to the guests who are coming. And I'm like, dope. And had I not conversed with her about the things that she needed in that, and I went and spent that money wouldn't have been there. The allowance aspect of all of this is our allocated funds. It's an allotted amount of funds that we are able to spend as a family to get the things that we need to get, but discussions have to be had. You guys really, really get hung up on shit that you shouldn't get hung up on. You guys act like she's being abused. That woman literally has everything that she could ever fucking want, and I would literally kill myself to make sure that everything that she ever needed in life was taken care of. You guys clearly don't watch the podcast. You clearly have never seen us interact. All you see is these little snippets where we're talking about other people's lives and one of us might get worked up, where a terminology is misspoken and we use the clip. This is the life of a content creator, guys. It doesn't matter how much good you're trying to put out into the world, there are still going to be people that want to fucking run their mouth.
Yeah, and this guy have pretty good, interesting thoughts to tell us. So what do you think about that, guys? Let me know in the comments below. I will be very happy to read them all. And let's dive to the last video today, okay?
Sure, let's talk about it. Let's make it not so weird to talk about stuff like this in the Christian realm. My spending issues really came to a head last summer. We had just had our second kid in December, and I was filling a void with spending. I was spending multiple nights a week at Target, putting money on a credit card that I should not have been putting money on. And I was buying things on Amazon or on Target or on Instagram or wherever, and I was spending money we didn't have. That was a problem. That was a big problem. But I also was seeing that I had no self-control when it came to spending money. It started off small, like, oh, I'll just run through Starbucks this morning before work. It won't be that big of a deal. It's only $5. And then only $5 became a trip every day. And then one trip to Target turned into 3 or 4 a week. It came to a head when I maxed out our credit card. And I had to tell my husband. We had also lost half of my income when I was pregnant with my son. And so our income was already less. But then when I was on maternity leave with him, I wasn't getting paid. And so bills and things were having to go on a credit card because my spending issues were out of control. And I didn't want to have to say no to things in the moment. I didn't want to have to wait to buy that cute little cup or that cute little shirt or whatever it was. I wanted it now. God really changed me. And it was not easy. It was through lots of tears, lots of repentance, lots of ugly crying. But asking God to help me is what really started to change things. God cares about us, right? He cares about your finances. He cares about your habits. He cares about the things that are taking you away from him. He doesn't want you to seek validation or to seek identity or to seek things in anything but him, because he is the one who is worthy of it all. Target didn't die for my sins on the cross. Starbucks didn't die for my sins on the cross. Amazon didn't die for my sins on the cross. Jesus did. Anything we put above Jesus, anything we put above Jesus is a sin. God has really made huge changes in our life, and I have seen God provide in ways that are incredibly beautiful. And so, if he can do it for me, he will do it for you.
Hey, what do you think about this, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm done for today. Please, guys, be safe, and bye for now.